of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
X, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing around it.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to go to Silent Hero Films, man, and check out the films that I did, man. I want to say thank you, guys. Truly appreciate the support. And I'll let you guys know. Basketball is literally back in the Hawthorne household, and I am so excited, man. Lincoln got me reinvigorated, re-inspired. So it's going to be like hit and miss on this boxing, man. And I want to thank you guys for the support over the years. I think I may transition into covering high school basketball because that's where I'm spending a lot of my time now. Like today, I came home and I watched college basketball all day today, and then I said, well, let me catch up on some boxing, So probably this summer I may start covering high school basketball and to keep Lincoln and Kennedy in the gym, to keep them invigorated, keep them inspired. And I'll still do spontaneous videos and stuff like that. But boxing content is like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not where my heart is truly right now. And I just want you guys to know I'm in the gym every day with Lincoln. And it's not every day, but, and it's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun when, man, anyways, y'all know. If you follow me on Instagram, Anyways, Al Haymon, the great businessman. Al Haymon, little Steven, the genius. Well, let's check this genius out, man. Remember I told you guys in a video last week or 2 weeks ago that they will be giving away tickets for this fight? Well, boom, voila. March 2nd, Plant Benavidez giving away tickets for this fight. How did they know it was going to flop? Because they knew Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis would be fighting in Vegas 3 or 4 weeks from that date. But let me bring this back one more again, because y'all's boxing, I'm going to show y'all how boxing is irrelevant when it comes to college basketball. Well, check this out. March Madness. March 24th and March 26th. There's a window for that Saturday. But how are you going to convince basketball fans to go, when they went to Vegas, to go to a boxing match and pay for it? It's going to be very, very challenging to convince those Duke fans that are flying in. You're gonna get people who sprinkle in, and you're gonna get those guys, and they have hosts at the MGM, and they're gonna get free tickets. They're not gonna pay for them. But this is a catastrophe. This is one of the worst decisions. Not one of the worst, but I'm just speaking in superlatives, hyperboles, being exaggerative. That PBC, I believe, is failing intentionally. A short promotion for Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and now you got Caleb Plant, David Benavidez in between the Sweet 16 to get to the Final Four. It's going to be sold out at T-Mobile Arena. Tickets are going for $400, and for a person like me, it would be a perfect weekend. You know what I mean? To go up on a Friday morning, so I have to pay for Thursday night's hotel, go to the game Friday, then go to a boxing match, then go to the basketball game Sunday, and then head out. That would be a perfect scenario for a man like me, but there are not many men like me. You may think it is, but it's really, really not. And there will be no closed caption because, and I'm just using these examples. So UCLA is in the West, right? Is in the West, right? I believe, right? And Arizona just lost, so they're kind of far. Gonzaga may be in the West. How you going to convince Gonzaga fans and UCLA fans to say, you know what? I'm going to pay another $500, $300 to go to a fight. It don't work like that. Not when you're paying premium for hotel rooms, because you're going to pay a premium for hotel rooms because you can't book it until Monday. So let me give you guys an example. Sunday night or Saturday night, teams will know where they're going. So they're going to start booking, and it's going to be an explosion. Rates going to go through the roof. You understand? And they're giving away free tickets. And I already know media is not going to cover this, man. You know, I mean, they ain't going to cover it, man. And this goes to show you the people that you're supporting is more in love with the fantasy of an Al Haymon support than actually having your support, because they're lying to you. They're withholding information. They're giving you this black fantasy. You know what I mean? PBC is doing great. Well, show me great. You're paying $80 to see Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, which I think is the best fight on their card. The best fight. And that on their schedule that they have out. Inoue and Fulton is an ESPN card, Honda card. So Al Haymon is not paying for nothing. Just like Tony Harrison, they didn't pay Tony Harrison's salary. The government and tourism paid for Tony Harrison to come out there. And but here's where we're at. And Fred, you're a hater. I'm just telling the truth. And I already know I'm only speaking to 5 people. Every video is like 5 more people. I already know 95 out of the 100 people that's going to watch this video are going to be like, Fred lying. He's an Al Haymon hater. No, I just don't respect him. And the fact that he's set up David Benavidez and Caleb Plant to fail, it's astronomical. And you look at a person like me today proves that I am more in love with basketball than more in love with boxing. It's right now 9:50. UCLA is up by 20. So I said, man, let me go in the office and catch up on some boxing. I have no burning desire. Boxing doesn't really interest me. I don't even know if there's fights this weekend. I haven't even investigated and don't really care because I'm going to be watching March Madness. You know what I mean? Great game by Furman versus Virginia. Hell of a game. And Arizona's out. So we'll sit back and see how this transpires, man. You guys DM me. Matter of fact, I'll do this together. So I'll say Al Haymon and Lil Steven is not the businessmen that they think they are, that you think they are. You give me $1 billion plus $40 million a year from Showtime and Fox, and you get this. I'm just saying. When they gonna announce Earl Spence? When is he fighting? July? So you mean to tell me it took October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 9 months for Earl Spence to get into the ring? when they find out Terrence Crawford had a fight. Speak now, forever hold your peace, man. You know what I mean? And I'll say this: PBC fighters, man, y'all can't get mad at media if you're not gonna hold Al Haymon accountable. I'm just gonna say that he's just stripping y'all of y'all prime. Look at Jared Hurd last week. Look at Tony Harrison. Look at J Rock. Let's see what. Remember what J Rock said this? Y'all remember when J Rock said this? Let's see.
Who do you want to fight? Anybody? You can fight anyone. Honestly, right now, man, I just want to get this one. Okay. Inactive, man. That's cool. But you look skinny. Would you get back in the ring like sometime at the
busy? I want to be active. That's the biggest thing. Inactivity is a career killer. That's what he says. And it's just awful, man, what's happening to PBC. Y'all fighting once a year in silence. But if a YouTuber says something bad about you, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, God forbid, World War III on the internet. Everybody making money. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So Al Haymon is a complete failure. Lil Steven is a complete failure. They set this promotion up to fail. They're only going to sell 4,000 or 5,000 tickets, and everyone else will be getting free tickets. It is business 101. Don't compete with NC2A tournament and who? The NFL. And guess what they tried to do with both of them? They competed with the NFL on the Sunday night, and they competing with March Madness on the Saturday night. Crazy. So you're going to convince fans not to watch the games on the other side of the coast. And guess what? Guess who's running the March Madness? The same company that's putting on this fight, Paramount Global, CBS, which is now a subsidy of Paramount Global. You think they're going to promote a boxing match when hypothetically, I'm giving you guys, it's 10 cents on a dollar to promote in a boxing match versus $100. It's 10 cents to promote for advertisers to promote at Caleb Plant, David Benavidez versus $1 to promote at March Madness. Where are they spending their man hours to go seek advertising dollars? For March Madness. You're exactly right. And 170,000 people only watch Tony Harrison. Man, it's a dump, man. They just destroyed boxing, man. They had the blueprint with HBO. They had the blueprint. HBO had a hell of a run, man. And Al Haymon had the blueprint of how to run a promotional company through Bob Arum. He taught you. You guys don't like it, but Bob Arum outlasted everybody. Don King, Butch Lewis, so on and so forth, man. And but y'all go on and continue to believe what you believe. And Al and the PBC fighters just
I know how important this was for our team. Our team, chill.
Let's take this off. All right, and you guys were asking me about Adrian Broner. Shit, what else is up? You know what I mean? Like, Adrian Broner had to do what he had to do. He ain't fought in 2 years. He got to create a play. I respect the fact that the man is trying to create a play. I don't know what the money is. I don't know what the situation is. But what I do know is I do remember Corey Spinks being signed to Don King, and I believe Don King still lives in Florida. He should be because he's older. No taxes, great weather. So I'm pretty sure he still lives in Florida to preserve his body. And I believe him and Coach Cunningham have a relationship. So that's probably where that came from. I don't know anything about the money. But at this point, PBC fighters, y'all better make some moves. You better make some moves. And I don't know how much clout power Don King has. I don't know how much money he's willing to invest in boxing, knowing that his days are numbered. I don't know that. But Don King and Adrian Broner at a press conference, I want to see it. I really want to see it. I don't know if he has another fighter that he has currently that he can just put on the show in 6 weeks for Adrian Broner under his own banner. I don't know his stable. I haven't Googled it at all. Maybe You guys can Google it and see where he's at. But can he get can he get can he get Adrian Broner on a network, or he's going to do the pay-per-view thing like he did last year? Oh man, shout out to my man Xavier Porter who passed that weekend, man. That's my brother, man. And rest in peace, Xavier Porter. But it is what it is, man. Boxing is what it is, man. And as a man, you got to go and create opportunities. And sometimes it's the least likeliest person. You got Devin Haney went to Bob Arum. You have um, Andrade comes back to PBC and Showtime, wherever he's at. You got Mikey Garcia said years ago he'll be willing to do business with Bob Arum. So it's cyclical, man. It's really cyclical, man. And you got to go, like Adrian Broner said, you got to go where the money is. Is it perception? Is it reality? He took a picture where it looks like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we'll see what happens, man. Um, PBC has nothing for him. You're only going to fight once a year on PBC. You can't make a living fighting once a year. You can't preserve your career. You're really a novice. If you're a PBC fighter, you're really a novice at this point. You're not a professional fighter because you're fighting once a year. You know what I mean? So that means anyways, I don't want to make this belabor the point, but I wish Adrian Broner well. I genuinely wish him well. I want to see a press conference. I want to see a press conference. I wish there was media down in Miami to cover this. But will Don King get on the plane and promote? I don't know. Does Don King have the money? Will he steal money from him? Will he be conservative? All the above? I would say E. If E is all the above, I say E. Don King is still Don King. He went from the numbers gang to prison to outmaneuvering Bob Arum to get Muhammad Ali via the hospital. So if you know the story, so it's really a hustle game. Will Carl King be involved? I don't know. We'll have to sit back and see how it works out. But I don't have an opinion on it. I'm curious to see how he will get fights. They probably have an opponent already because you don't sign a deal with the promoter not knowing who you're fighting. Similar to Richardson Hitcherson when he signed with the Zone. So probably in the next week or so, you probably can hear an announcement from Don King as it pertains to that. And also curious, like, does a deal expire if Don King passes away? I'm just real curious, man. But I think Don King and Bob Arum both gonna make 100. You know what I mean? I really, as a matter of fact, I hope they do. But it's just the fact that when you look at the video that I'm doing, you got two black men who should be at the top of this. I think Don King had the greatest comment in modern sports history, and Mike Tyson. He had the greatest Mexican comment in sports history, and Chavez Sr. Al Haymon had the greatest fighter of this era that made the most money and got $1 billion, and they're on the wrong side of this game financially. How is that humanly possible? Do you understand? Only God knows what Don King would have done with $1 billion. Al Haymon had $1 billion. Y'all got to put that in perspective. $1 billion, and now his fighters aren't fighting. But he gonna start knocking y'all big contracts off. Louis DeCoopus will be calling, as he's calling you now. He's probably just got off the phone with somebody. And I appreciate all the PBC fighters that hit me up and be like, yeah, Louis DeCoopus just called me, man. He just offered me half of what I got. I appreciate y'all hitting me up. And Louis DeCoopus is making these phone calls. And I will anticipate some DAZN cross matches coming up second half of next year. I can see a lot of that with Golden Boy. I can see. We just saw one with Luis Neary. But if you guys want consistent pay, you guys got to go over the top rank. I didn't say it'll be more, but it will be more because you're fighting twice. So if you want a consistent schedule, like a Devin Haney, who signed his first fight was June 3rd, he became undefeated, and will be fighting for pound supremacy against Lomachenko for undisputed May 20th. He had all this in 350 days. He conquered all of this, which is less than a year. I don't want to say calendar because then you guys start counting from January. So those are my thoughts, man. And maybe I'll just do some wrap-up videos like this, man, and do some spontaneous stuff throughout the day. But boxing is I'm losing my love for boxing because but May, I'll be back in May though. We got some big ones in May. We got some big ones at the end of August. We have heavyweight undisputed. We got Canelo's back. Fulton. Who else is fighting in May? And at the Devin. What do PBC have in May? Let's see what they have in May. I don't know what they have in May, but let's check. So May 13th. Albert Pujols, don't care. They ain't got nothing in May. So after this, it kind of cools down. After March 25th, it cools down. They don't have another fight that you would know of until April 8th, which is 2 weeks from now. You see how they put that April 8th because they didn't want to compete with the Final Four, in the championship. Oh, yeah, see, it's not really a good schedule. June 24th is a good card. Quality card, middle of the road card, middle of the pack card. Adame versus Julian Williams. Yeah, they trying to knock off Julian Williams. All you Negroes that are making over $1 million, Al getting rid of y'all motherfuckers. Al getting rid of y'all $1 million niggas. What's it called? He getting rid of the $1 million slaves. Pun intended, because that's how Al Haymon sees y'all. Y'all thought it was honky, brother, love. Yeah, you fight once a year. I ain't consider that love. Anyways, man. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez is an exciting fight. I respect Caleb Plant's getting in shape. I respect David Benavidez getting in shape. I respect Adrian Broner getting out on the streets, putting his feet to the ground and hustling. I don't know what to expect from Don King. I have no expectations of Don King. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But this is where I'm at. But this schedule moving forward with PBC is kind of whack. You know what I mean? It's kind of weak. You want to keep me a buck? I'm just looking at it. After April, they got a big event, Javante and Ryan, which I think is important for the sport. I think it engages, it crosses the sports lines, and hopefully it does well. I'm not rooting against it, but it's kind of whack. May 13th, and then you go all the way to June 24th. It's 5 weeks in between their next card. I don't count Showbox. I don't count it. So May 13th to June 24th. I don't, that's 41 days. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They frauding us. They said it's like, they lied. March, April, May. Steven Espinoza. I just caught Steven Espinoza in a lie. Check this shit out, dog. I'm gonna have to do a video on this. He says 9 bouts in 11 weeks, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? 9. These are 9. March 4th, April, May, June. 4, 8, 12. Right? 4, 8, 12. Now you put 3 weeks on that. That's 15 weeks, man. Man, they hustling, man. You don't believe me? Look at it. Oh, that's the wrong one. I want y'all to see this. See how they lie? They lie. They just lie. They just lie to lie. Look at this shit. Look. Y'all think I'm making this shit up. Look. They said, 8 cards in the next 9 weeks. Where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 cards, right? Didn't he say that? 9 in 11 weeks? That's it's a full-blown lie. March 4th, right? Which means April 4th. Right? April 4th. May 4th. June 4th. Right? Are we there? Now we add, this is 4, 8, 12. You add one more week there. So it's 13 weeks in this 3 months, right? It's 16 weeks. It's 16 weeks. It's an extra 5 weeks. They lie. Look, you're looking dead at it. Oh, Fred, you a hater. I'm telling you the facts right now. They lied about they roll out in their schedule. Oh my gosh, dog. Hey, Steven, I know you. I know you doing some anger management. Some your boss got you. Your 2 bosses got you out here doing some control to calm the people and not get people unruly, because what they don't want you to know, they want you to believe that boxing is still going to be where it's at, so you don't unsubscribe, y'all. So you don't unsubscribe, because if you unsubscribe, you're going to hurt them drastically. But there is a 5-week, look, there is a 5-week difference between May 13th and June 24th. 41 days. Don't count Showbox. 41 days. So that means you're going to pay whatever you're paying for Showtime to get these cards in the next. Where's the second half of the schedule at? You're going to have to pay for Earl Spence. That's pay-per-view. If Wilder fights, you're going to have to pay pay-per-view for that. If Danny Garcia fight, you're probably going to do Danny Garcia and Leo's. No, Leo's going to have to be on the Earl Spence card, or what's the other guy's name? The little Mexican that fought Tank. Cruz is going to be on Earl Spence. They're going to do that fight in Texas, right? They might as well just put Leo Santa Cruz versus him at 135. They might as well just do that fight. You know what I mean? Because Al got to shrink this book up. Anyways, man, I didn't said enough, but you guys see it right before you. May 13th to June 24th. You should unsubscribe. After May 1st, you should unsubscribe to Showtime. After April 8th, you literally should unsubscribe. No, keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's Sebastian Telfair. Excuse me, Sebastian. No, you should unsubscribe here, March 11th. Tony Harrison, because this is pay-per-view. This is Showbox. So you're getting 1 card. Look at. See, they trick you, dog. You're getting 1 card. They trick you. April 8th. March 11th. You're getting 1 card. It's a trick bag. It's a trick bag. It's like a woman wearing makeup and she's really ugly. It's like a woman wearing a weave and she's really ugly. It's like a woman wearing butt pads. That's what this is. This shit is inflated. March 11th, April 8th. You should unsubscribe to Showtime right now, because Caleb Plant is on pay-per-view. And the new generation, you're not going to watch that shit anyway. You're going to go out and no one's going to be watching it. So you can stream that shit for nothing. Sebastian Telfair, this card is trash. This card is literally trash. They're going to be speaking Spanish the whole night. So shout out to the Latino fan base. You don't need to watch this card. Brian Mendoza, Fortuna, that's a waste of a card. Then the next time is what? April 22nd, which is pay-per-view. I'm going to keep it a buck. The next quality card that you can see for your subscription is May 13th. I'm talking about quality. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the best of the best, but you're going to be entertained. You got Rolling. You got Gary Antoine Russell. They're going to call out each other. And you got Ranches Bartholomew. Stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? And then you get 41 days. 41 to 42 days till June 24th. You should unsubscribe. Because Rolly, that's why his That's why Lil Steven had his bosses had. Let me slow down. This is why Lil Steven bosses had him out there doing damage control. They can't afford for you boxing fans to unsubscribe to Showtime. They can't. So hold them tight, Steven. But it's a trick bag. Anyways, man, I done said enough. I done said a lot. Y'all go ahead and have a great day. Barbershop Conversations. I'll holler at you guys, man. Peace.